Tensions between Israel and Iran are rising quickly, and the situation in the Middle East has become far more dangerous over the last 48 hours. Israel has launched a series of major strikes against Iranian military targets. According to reports, Israeli fighter jets targeted missile bases, weapons depots, and facilities connected to Iran's military operations. Some of the strikes reached deep inside Iranian territory. That is significant because direct Israeli attacks on Iranian soil are rare and highly sensitive. Large explosions were reported as several military sites were hit during the attacks. Israeli officials say the goal of these operations is to weaken Iran's military capabilities, especially its missile and drone programs. Iran has spent years developing these weapons and expanding its ability to launch attacks across the region. Missiles and drones have become central to Iran's military strategy. They allow Iran and its allies to strike targets from long distances without relying entirely on traditional air forces. Because of this, Israel views Iran's growing arsenal as a serious threat to its security. Iran did not stay silent. In response to the strikes, Iran launched waves of missiles and drones toward Israeli territory. Air defense systems across Israel were quickly activated as warning sirens sounded in multiple cities. Missiles were intercepted in the sky as Israeli defense systems attempted to stop the incoming attacks. Videos shared online showed bright flashes and explosions lighting up the night sky as interceptors struck their targets above populated areas. While many of the projectiles were intercepted, the exchange of fire marked one of the most serious confrontations between Israel and Iran in recent years. But the risk goes beyond just these two countries. Iran has built strong relationships with armed groups across the Middle East. Some of these groups operate in countries like Lebanon, Syria, and Iraq. Many of them receive support, training, and weapons from Iran. If the conflict continues to escalate, these groups could become involved in the fighting. That would turn a direct confrontation between Israel and Iran into a much larger regional conflict. One of the biggest concerns is the possibility of fighting spreading to multiple fronts at the same time. This could involve rocket attacks, drone strikes, and military operations across several borders. For years, tensions between Israel and Iran have been building. Iran has worked to expand its influence throughout the region while investing heavily in missile technology and military infrastructure. Israel has repeatedly warned that it will take action if it believes Iran is developing capabilities that threaten Israeli security. Because of this long rivalry, the two countries have often clashed indirectly through proxy groups and targeted strikes. However, the latest events suggest the confrontation may be entering a more direct phase. Military forces across the region are now on high alert. Governments and security officials are watching closely as the situation continues to unfold. If both sides continue launching strikes and retaliations, the risk of a much larger conflict in the Middle East becomes increasingly real. The coming days could determine whether this remains a limited exchange of attacks or grows into a wider war involving multiple countries. For now, the world is watching closely as tensions between Israel and Iran continue to rise.